Toyota suspends production at all 14 domestic assembly plants in Japan on August 29th, 2023. What is happening? My first question is, will your car be delayed again? Let's dig deeper and see what is happening. Before we start on today's video, I would like to introduce our Instagram account at LSFTvideos. You can see some updates on my experience with the NX 450h Plus, which may not be shown on any future videos. You can also reach me via direct messaging on Instagram if you have any questions on your NX. And if you like this video, you can provide comments, like this video, and share this video with your friends, and subscribe to my channel, and press that bell icon to get notified when new videos are posted. And if you'd like to support me further and support this channel, you can also provide a super thanks, which is greatly appreciated. And now, let's get to the video. So here is the Toyota's press release on the suspension of the 14 domestic plants. So it says, due to a malfunction in the production order system that occurred during the daytime yesterday, Monday, our operations have been suspended at the domestic plants for the first shift on August 29th, Tuesday, and the 28 lines in all 14 plants from the evening shift of the same day. And it says that the production is expected to resume at 25 lines in 12 domestic plants. So you can see that it's 25 out of the 28. So there's still 3 lines and 2 plants that are not resuming, with the exception of the Toyota Motor Kasumayata plant and the Daihatsu Kyoto plant. The resumption of the system from the first shift tomorrow will be temporary measure, with operations expected to resume on all plants from the second shift onwards. So it seems like those 2 plants are just coming on a little bit later. Do not know why. They probably will not disclose that information. It is our understanding that the malfunction of the system was not caused by a cyber attack, so that is good news. However, we will continue to investigate the cause. So from there, it looks like they don't know what the cause is. And they do apologize to their customer suppliers and all that. So you know that Toyota has that just-in-time inventory. So if they cannot order parts and stuff, the communication breaks and everything will stop. So one thing that we know that North America is not impacted. So we know this is only domestic Japan. So for the folks in the US and Canada, NX RXs are definitely not impacted in this. And even the RAV4, your Corollas, all that will not be impacted because those are all made in North America. But then if you look at the NX plug-in hybrid, the RAV4 plug-in hybrid, the RX plug-in hybrid, and also like the RZ, LC, LS, IS, and all the other Lexus models that are made in Japan, those will be impacted. The ES, which is made in Kentucky, will not be impacted as well. So looking at some stats here, so the plants in Japan altogether is about 1/3 of the automaker's global production. So the Toyota domestic production has actually rebounded because of like last few years of the chip shortages. The output is actually up 29% from January to June. So the first half of the year, they've actually went up 30% roughly. And it's really the first increase in 2 years. So then when we look at their average output in the first half of this year is roughly about 13,500 units a day. So with them closing all the plants in one day, it means that roughly about 13,500 cars are actually impacted. So either there will be a delay or there are ways that they can catch up. They can actually extend shifts. They can actually open a shift that is typically not when they're closed, so that they can actually catch up. If they do have this parts, I think they can do that, and which means the impact probably will be low and not something that we are to be too concerned about. But again, there's no information at this time. What are they going to do? They're probably looking at why the systems were down and trying to understand what that is, and so that they can make sure it doesn't happen again. But one thing that you would notice is that Toyota has been ramping up production, and they've actually been running at full capacity on their output because they want to go and catch up and make sure that customers are not waiting too long for those vehicles. And with that being in mind, keeping that in mind, that there's really not that much more room for production, like additional production in those plants. So they'll have to see carefully if they can actually slowly, gradually fix it within, like it's not one day of production, probably could be done in probably a month over time. We may see short delays, but probably not something that it will be overly too concerned about, because previously with the COVID shutdowns, that is actually way more impact than this one day impact at this point. And also because of this impact, there was actually a chain reaction impact to other groups of the Toyota cooperation, as Toyota Industries actually said that partial suspension also occurred on 2 engine plants because of this glitch. So it's not just impacting production of just the vehicle itself, the assembly of it, but also even building engines were also impacted. So I think that is a very short, because it was partially suspended, not fully suspended. So things were still chugging out, but probably they did not have enough parts to continue to build everything. So hopefully this impact will not be too much, but definitely people who are waiting for their hybrids and the plug-in, like, and the regular gas only NXs, RXs, they will not be impacted at all. So we switch over to the Toyota site and looking at the plants that they have in Japan. So you can see here there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 plants here. So I don't know where the 14 comes in. It maybe include the affiliated ones, which they are 100% owned as well. So maybe when you look at the Kasushu, this one, Kashu, and the Hokkaido or the Tohoku, when we look at it, there's 12 plants here, and I think probably these two are also included on the 14. We really don't know. They haven't named exactly which one. We do know that Tahara won a lot because that one's mostly building a lot of Lexus vehicles, and the Motomachi is also another one that's built a lot of Lexus vehicles as well. And one of their biggest one is this Tsutsumi plant, which is actually builds a lot of Toyota vehicles, and these 3 plants actually take a lot of production. Based on this, you can see that they've also broken down. This one makes engines, this one makes vehicles, one makes forged parts, hybrid system parts. So I think these are all the ones that impacted, and good news is only 1 day of production is lost. So there we have it. Hopefully this gives you enough information and you won't be impacted as much. And if you're waiting for an NX plug-in hybrid or any plug-in hybrids, or even a Prius plug-in hybrid, I would say that 1 day would probably be a little bit of impact. Your date may be pushed a little bit, hopefully not a month, but overall, I'm seeing that it's something that they quickly recovered, and now it's time to just continue to chug out the vehicles so that they can resume production. I hope you found that this video useful, and until next video, drive safely. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please comment, like, share this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel and press that bell icon to get notified when new videos are posted. And if you'd like to support this channel, you can provide me a super thanks. And until next time, cheers.